Road traffic signs. The following are road traffic signs. 1. Regulatory signs. 2. Warning signs. 3. Guide/informative signs. 4. Signs on expressways. 5. Traffic instructions signs. 6. Hazard markers. 7. Roadwork signs. Let us discuss first the regulatory signs. Regulatory signs are signs that inform road users of traffic laws and regulations which, if disregarded, will constitute an offense. The following are regulatory signs. 1. Priority signs. 2. Directional signs. 3. Prohibitive/restrictive signs. 4. Speed signs. 5. Parking and stopping signs. 6. Miscellaneous signs. Priority signs. Priority signs, also known as right-of-way signs, indicate the order in which vehicles should pass through intersections or junctions. Stop sign. This sign requires the driver to stop at a designated stop line. They are also not allowed to park within 6 meters. Give way sign. With this sign, drivers are expected to yield to the vehicles on right side of intersection. Left turner must give way. When turning left at intersections, you can only have the right-of-way if you use your turn signal at least 30 meters before reaching the intersection. If there are cars arriving or already too close to the intersection, yield, give allowance, or make a full stop and let them pass. 2. Directional signs. These signs indicate the directions in which the motorist is obliged to follow. These signs usually come in white arrows over a blue circle placed in a rectangle with a label. Pass either sign. The pass either side sign typically depicts 2 arrows, one pointing to the left and the other to the right, indicating that overtaking is permitted on both sides of the vehicle displaying the sign. One-way sign. A one-way sign indicates a road with traffic traveling in a single direction. Keep right sign. Keep right signs are used in locations where the driver must pass only on the right of a roadway feature or obstruction. Keep left sign. This sign tells you to keep to the left of it. You can see this sign on traffic islands and roundabouts. Merging traffic sign. Drivers who encounter a merge sign are warned that 2 separate roadways will converge into 1 lane ahead. Two-way sign. Two-way traffic sign is a warning sign used for drivers to inform them that they are leaving a one-way roadway and entering a road with opposing traffic. This may restrict the driver's ability to freely pass cars. All traffic must turn left/right. This means no straight-through traffic is allowed at the intersection. No turn signs. A no-turn sign tells drivers that it's not allowed to turn neither to the right nor to the left at the intersection marked by this sign. These signs means every car in the left/right lane must turn left/right at the intersection or road. You cannot go straight, make a U-turn or turn right. 3. Prohibitive/restrictive signs. The prohibited or restrictive signs indicate the directions in which the motorist or pedestrian is obliged to follow. These signs tell drivers what is not allowed to enter on certain roads and can be easily identified by the / symbol it bears. No entry signs. A no-entry traffic sign means that vehicles are not allowed to enter a specific area or route. They are often red circles with a white rectangle or diagonal line across them. These are signs or examples of no entry for specific type of vehicle signs. No pedestrian crossing. Pedestrians are not allowed to cross the road. Using overpass or use pedshing. These signs means pedestrian must use an overpass or pedestrian crossing. No right turn or no left turn. It means that vehicles are not allowed to turn left or right. No U-turn sign. It means vehicles are not allowed to make a U-turn. No overtaking sign. A no overtaking sign is a circular sign with a red border that indicates that it is illegal to overtake. It is a regulatory sign that instructs drivers that it is not safe to overtake the vehicle in front. 4. Speed signs. These signs basically tells drivers the minimum or maximum speed limit allowed in or out of a particular stretch of road. Maximum speed restriction. A maximum speed sign, also known as a speed limit sign, indicates the legal maximum speed at which vehicles can travel on a road. End of maximum speed restriction. An end of maximum speed restriction sign indicates the end of a section of road where a maximum speed limit previously applied. Maximum speed derestriction. A maximum speed derestriction sign indicates that a stretch of road is no longer subject to a speed limit. This means that drivers can resume their normal driving habits. Minimum speed restriction. A minimum speed restriction sign indicates the minimum speed that a vehicle is allowed to travel. It's a regulatory sign that helps keep traffic moving smoothly. 5. Parking and stopping signs. These signs indicate whether you can stop a vehicle with or without a driver, whether to park, load, or unload passengers, for at least 3 minutes outside of congested traffic. These are examples of parking and stopping signs. 6. Miscellaneous signs. Miscellaneous road signs can include signs that warn of hazards, indicate restrictions, or provide information. No entry for vehicles with more than 2 meters of width sign. A no entry for vehicles with more than 2 meters of width sign is a road sign that prohibits vehicles wider than 2 meters from entering a certain area. No entry for vehicles with 3.5 meters in height. A no entry for vehicles with 3.5 meters in height sign is a traffic sign that prohibits vehicles that are taller than 3.5 meters from entering a specific area. No entry for vehicles with more than 10 meters in length. The no entry for vehicles with more than 10 meters in length sign prohibits vehicles that are longer than 10 meters from entering a specific area. No entry for vehicles with gross vehicle mass of more than 5 tons. No entry for vehicles with gross vehicle mass of more than 5 tons is a road sign that prohibits vehicles with a gross vehicle mass, GVM, greater than 5 tons from entering a certain area. No entry for vehicles with gross axle load of more than 2 tons. The sign, no entry for vehicles with gross axle load of more than 2 tons, is a regulatory sign that prohibits vehicles with a gross axle load greater than 2 tons from entering a certain area. Use seatbelt sign. This sign is being used pursuant to RA 8750, the seatbelt law. No blowing of horns. The no blowing of horn sign is a regulatory sign that instructs drivers to not use their car horn in a specific area. It's often found on roads near places that require silence, such as schools, churches, mosques, and some hospitals. Be aware of school children crossing. The "Be aware of school children crossing" sign is a warning to drivers that children may be crossing the road in the area. The sign is designed to alert drivers to slow down and be cautious. Be aware of pedestrian crossing. Pedestrian crossing signs provide advance notice of areas of high pedestrian activity so drivers can prepare to slow down or stop on short notice. Drivers encountering pedestrian crossing signs should remain vigilant to prevent an accident from occurring. Be aware of persons with disability, PWD, crossing. The "Be aware of persons with disabilities, PWD, crossing" sign is a road sign that warns drivers to be alert for people with disabilities crossing the road. Bike lane ahead. This sign is placed on a road without bike lanes, warning road users that bike lanes are ahead and that motorists may need to realign their position on the road. B. Warning signs. Signs used to warn motorists of potentially hazardous conditions on or adjacent to the road. It advises motorists of road conditions that require caution and may call for a reduction in speed, in the interest of safety and that of other road users. The following are warning signs. 1. Horizontal signs. 2. Intersection signs. 3. Advance warning/traffic control device sign. 4. Road width signs. 5. Road obstacle signs. 6. Pedestrian signs. 7. Railway level crossing signs. 8. Supplementary signs. 9. Other warning signs. 1. Horizontal signs. These signs are used to indicate the type of road curve. Ahead of the motorist. Sharp turn. A sharp turn sign means that the road you are traveling on turns sharply in the direction indicated by the arrow on the sign. Reverse turn. A reverse turn sign warns drivers of two turns in opposite directions that occur in close succession. Curve sign. Curve road signs warn drivers that the road will curve ahead, and they should slow down and proceed with caution. Reverse curve sign. A reverse curve road sign warns drivers of two consecutive turns or curves that bend in opposite directions. It's also known as an S-curve. Winding road sign. This sign is an indication for drivers that they are entering an area where the road has two or more curves, allowing them to adjust their speed. Hairpin bend. Hairpin curve signs warn drivers of a sharp bend ahead, requiring significant steering adjustments. 2. Intersection signs. These signs are installed before intersection or junctions. Intersection ahead sign. An intersection ahead sign indicates that another road will cross the road you are currently on. This sign is a warning to drivers to be alert for cross traffic and to slow down. Staggered intersection sign. This sign indicates that there is a left and right turns available on the straight road with small distance between them. It is an intersection which does not allow crossing of road. Skewed intersection sign. A skewed intersection sign warns drivers that they are approaching an intersection where the roads meet at an angle other than 90 degrees. These signs are important because they help drivers prepare for the intersection and reduce the risk of accidents. T-junction ahead sign. The T-junction sign means there is a right or left turn and the end of the current road. The right-of-way is shown by the direction the thicker line is pointing. Y-junction ahead sign. A Y-junction ahead sign warns drivers of an upcoming Y-shaped intersection. Drivers should be prepared to yield to other vehicles and to react to changes in traffic. Half Y-junction ahead sign. A half Y-junction ahead sign indicates that a half Y-shaped junction is coming up on the road. Side road junction ahead. The side road sign is a warning sign. Side road signs indicate there is a side road that enters the highway. The entry side will be indicated on the sign. This side road sign warns drivers of an upcoming intersection so they can be aware of traffic entering or exiting the highway. Roundabout ahead. A roundabout ahead sign warns drivers that they are approaching a roundabout intersection and should proceed with caution. Approach to intersection. An approach to intersection sign indicates that you are approaching an intersection, junction, or rotunda. Approach to intersection side road. The approach to intersection side road sign indicates that there is a side road ahead that may require turning or entering traffic. Approach to intersection merging traffic. A merging traffic sign at an intersection warns drivers that two roads will merge into one lane ahead. The sign usually indicates which lane to merge into. 3. Advance warning/traffic control device sign. These signs are used to indicate signalized intersection and to warn the presence of stop and give way signs. Traffic lights ahead. A traffic light ahead sign warns drivers that traffic lights are ahead and to be prepared for changing traffic conditions. This sign serves as an additional warning to drivers that it is time to slow down ahead of the upcoming intersection. Stop sign ahead. A stop ahead sign warns drivers to slow down and prepare to stop. Give way sign ahead. A give way ahead sign warns drivers that they are approaching a give way sign. It means that drivers should slow down and be prepared to stop. 4. Road width signs. These signs help inform drivers of a sudden change of road width, either narrowing or widening of carriageways. Road narrows. Road narrows signs indicate that the road ahead will not be as wide as the road you're currently on. This sign is a warning of upcoming potential hazards, but no immediate action is required. Narrow bridge. The narrow bridge sign is a warning sign. It looks very similar to the narrow road sign, but indicates that the bridge ahead is more narrow than the road the driver is currently on. Bridges are typically more narrow because the shoulders are narrowed or eliminated. Start of divided traffic. This sign means that you are approaching a divided section of highway where there is some type of physical barrier between you and the opposing lane of traffic. These signs are meant to alert drivers to prepare for a physical division in the highway. End of divided traffic, two-way road ahead. It indicates that the road ahead is no longer divided, and drivers must be prepared for two-way traffic. 5. Road obstacle signs. These are signs that warns drivers of the possible dangers or items that might slow them down, including animals crossing, airplanes, landslides, and floods. These are examples of road obstacle signs. Six. Pedestrian signs. These signs come in different shapes but are usually yellow in color. It signifies the need to slow down as children, PWDs, and bikers are common in the area. These are examples of pedestrian signs. 7. Railway level crossing signs. A railway level crossing is a place where railway tracks cross a road at the same level as the road. As such, they need signage to warn vehicles to give way to trains. This sign means railroad crossing vehicles must stop or give the right of way. This sign means alternative railway crossing position in an area that can be easily seen. This sign means railroad crossing advance warning, unsignaled. This sign means railroad crossing advance warning, signaled. 8. Supplementary signs. Supplementary signs are used to give further clarity to safety signs by providing additional, supplementary, information. They are positioned below the main primary safety sign. Advisory speed. It indicates the preferred maximum speed during normal weather traffic conditions. This sign indicates the distance to the next hazard area. When wet. This sign is usually combined with the slippery road warning sign. The slippery when wet traffic sign is used to indicate that the roadway may be especially slick and hazardous when it is wet or raining, and motorists should take extra caution when driving. These are signs of PWDs, senior citizens, schools and playground. 9. Other warning signs. This includes vertical clearance. Clearance sign. A clearance road sign indicates the maximum height a vehicle can pass under a structure. Clearance signs are used at bridges, drive-thrus, parking lots, and overpasses to prevent damage to property and injuries. Low clearance sign. A low clearance road sign warns drivers that the overhead clearance is low, and that they should be cautious. See guide/informative signs. These signs point or indicate what destination lies ahead or lies after a particular turn or exit, including milestones, signs, and distance markers that tells you where you are, where certain facilities are, where important points of interest are, and how far the next town or city are from your current location. These signs are usually rectangular in shape and come in green and blue colors. The following are guide/informative signs. 1. Advance direction signs. 2. Intersection direction signs. 3. Reassurance direction signs. 4. Fingerboard direction signs. 5. Street name signs. 6. Town names and geographical feature signs. 7. Service signs. 8. Tourist information and tourist destination signs. 9. Route markers. 10. Asian highway route markers. 1. Advance direction signs. These signs indicate the directions in which the motorists are given information or direction. These signs are usually found in national highways as they indicate which direction you should take if you are heading to a certain province. These are examples of advance direction signs. 2. Intersection direction signs. These signs are present at least 1 kilometer before you approach an intersection that you should take when going to a certain province. These are examples of intersection direction signs. 3. Reassurance direction signs. These are signs that provide you with a guide on how many meters or kilometers you are away from a certain province or exit. These are examples of reassurance direction signs. 4. Fingerboard direction signs. Provides the names of roads and streets that road users are passing or entering. These signs are more specific than the first two as they point you to where you should go in order to find a tourist spot, town, or landmark. These are examples of fingerboard direction signs. 5. Street name signs. It provides the names of roads and streets that road users are passing or entering. These are examples of street name signs. 6. Town names and geographical feature signs. Signs that convey the general information of interest, such as geographical locations, boundaries and features. These are examples of town names and geographical feature signs. 7. Service signs. These signs are designed to indicate which service facility like hospitals and restaurants in the area and usually come in blue with white symbols. These are examples of service signs. 8. Tourist information and tourist destination signs. Tourist information and destination signs are traffic signs that help visitors find tourist attractions, such as museums, historic buildings, and picnic areas. They can also provide information about the destination, such as directions and hours. These are examples of tourist information and tourist destination signs. 9. Route markers. These are neutral white, round-shaped signs with black numbers or arrows that identify the arterial road as well as give directions how far the arterial road is. These are examples of route markers. 10. Asian highway route markers. Asian highway, AH, route markers are signs that indicate the route of an Asian highway. The route numbers start with AH followed by 1, 2, or 3 digits. Our country assigned number is AH26. This is to identify the general direction or arterial roads of the Asian highways that have significance as through routes. This is an example of Asian highway route marker. D. Signs on expressways. These signs are essential for the driver to have an advanced information to ensure that they can position their vehicles in the correct lanes. Expressway signs are neutral white or green-colored signs that indicate the location of certain services like the closest service station or rest stop that lie ahead in a certain direction or exit. 1. Expressway approach signs. Installed in advance or at the nearest intersection or interchange leading to the expressway. These are examples of expressway approach signs. 2. Expressway information signs. Expressway information signs provide drivers with information about their destination and roadside services. They are typically rectangular in shape. Toll charges. This sign informs the motorist of the amount of toll charges required to pay at the toll plaza. Prohibited on expressway. This sign offers advance information that prohibits traveling on expressways. Lane direction signs. These signs guide motorists into the correct lanes leading to an intersection or an interchange. 3. Advance exit signs. These are signs placed in advance of an exit toll. These are examples of advanced exit signs. 4. Expressway exit direction signs. Expressway exit signs are signs posted overhead before the exit ramp of an interchange for directions. These are examples of expressway exit direction signs. 5. Expressway service signs. These are signages pointing to services offered on or off expressways like rest areas and other services. These are examples of expressway service signs. 6. Start and end of expressway signs. These signs indicate the start and the end of the expressway. These are examples of start and end of expressway signs. 7. Expressway traffic instruction and regulatory signs. These special signs are normally seen exclusively for expressways. These are examples of expressway traffic instruction and regulatory signs. Traffic instruction signs. These signs instruct the motorists to follow a direction or to obey a course of action. It is in conjunction with regulatory or warning signs to form a standard treatment, and support the operation of traffic rules. Supplementary signs. Movement instruction signs. Hazard markers. These are used to emphasize to the approaching driver a marked change in the direction of travel and the presence of an obstruction. One-way hazard markers. One-way hazard markers are reflective road signs that indicate the direction of a one-way road and warn drivers of hazards ahead. They are often used in rural areas with 2 lanes. Chevron signs. A chevron sign is a road sign that warns drivers of sharp bends, dangerous curves, or other hazards. Chevron signs are often used on the outside of curves or where a road narrows. Two-way hazard markers. Two-way hazard markers are road signs that indicate a two-way road or an obstruction ahead. They are often used on provincial roads with 2 lanes. Width markers. Width markers are road signs that indicate the width of a road, bridge, or crossing. They are used to warn drivers of narrow sections of road and to help them navigate safely. Obstruction markers. Obstruction markers indicate the location of a road closure or other obstruction in the road. They can be used to show where a road ends, or to mark obstructions in the road, such as bridge piers. Roadwork signs. Roadwork signs are typically found in places where there is ongoing road work and is typically seen in places where traffic is piling up ahead. Regardless, roadwork signs warn users and motorists to slow down or to merge in other direction because there is ongoing construction or excavation. These are examples of roadwork signs.